Welcome back to the 2025 Varsity Sports Nation Baseball and Softball Media Day here at Rollins College, presented by Rock Team Sports. And today we're joined here by Freedom High School and their head coach, Steve Adams.
Good morning.
You want to grab the mic?
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. How are you? Thanks
Good,
for
good.
having us.
Thank you guys for joining us here today. So who did you bring here today with you?
Today I have my assistant coach, Maddie Michael. This is her first year as an assistant coach. I have an athlete that graduates in 2027, Allison Smith. She wears number 11. She's a pitcher, but she plays anywhere on the field for me. Beside her is Ivana Hance, also not 2027, and she wears number 28, and she's the primary catcher and second baseman.
Awesome. Coach, your first year coaching at Freedom. Talk about what you want to bring to this team this year.
Well, this is actually my fourth year at Freedom. This is my first year as a head coach. I want motivation, discipline, commitment. If I give that to the young ladies of the sport, I expect that in return from ladies. And just have fun.
So as a first-year head coach, last season, Freedom went 5-18.
Correct.
What's the type of mentality that you have to have and to bring as a first-year head coach here?
Well, unfortunately, we don't have a feeder program in South Orlando, so we have a small program. We have 11 girls rostered. Last year we had 13, and we had to forfeit 5 games because of lack of participation for the program. We couldn't field 9 girls on a team. So that was very disheartening, discouraging, and frustrating. And my hope is without the 5 forfeits, we would have been competitive. But when you're behind the 8 ball, it's hard.
Okay, so now this year, what is different? What's new with this team, the dynamic of this team, new head coach? What's different?
The passion, the desire to get better. And the leaders of the team, Ivana and Allison, they do anything and everything I ask them to do. And bringing in a new face with Maddie, who I coached her senior year. You know, she brings the young life and the energy as well.
Talking about Allison Smith, what is just the versatility, the athleticism that she brings to your team?
Man, Allison is just the athlete. She's a leader. She's vocal. She's passionate. You know, she hit her first home run last season, and the tears of joy just flowed down her face as she was rounding third base. And that there is a dream come true, to see the passion of hard work and dedication.
Allison, we want to dive a little deeper into the story that Coach Adams just presented. What does it mean to have a coach like that who is so loving and understands just how much respect and care he has for his players?
Yeah, it means a lot. I know I like Coach Adams a lot. I like that he sees the passion in me, and yeah, so.
And for you, being a sophomore, and as well as for Ivana down there as well, what kind of really the motivation you guys have for this season, being so young in your high school career?
Yeah, the motivation, yeah, it's pretty good. Do you have anything else you want to say?
It's great because we're young, so we can grow with this team, and most of our team is young like us. So it's nice how we're going to be able to spend the years together and grow together. It's nice being one of the younger ones still.
It's so cool to see how a team can kind of gel together. I know a lot of times teams will grow from the ground up in terms of playing in Little League, playing in feeder team ball. What's that environment like? I know you guys are still young team there at Freedom. What's kind of the joy you'll see as you continue moving on?
So we're all still young too, which helps. It's nice because we get to see each other. Like, I saw her hit her first home run last season as a freshman. It was great because, yeah.
It's really special to be able to grow up with these people and play ball and watch them succeed. So what does it mean to you specifically that you get to watch your friends succeed in the game that you guys love?
It's amazing.
It's amazing just to watch the girls grow and continue to grow every day, and hopes that they continue with the sport and grow and learn.
So, Coach Adams, you were joined here by your assistant coach who you actually coached years back. What's that type of feeling that you have knowing that it's kind of really revolved around you coaching and then coaching with you?
You know, when I spoke to Coach Maddie, she said she was offered a job at another local school, and she's like, I don't know. And then when I offered, she was like, absolutely. And it just signifies the strength that a person in this position can have on individuals, you know, to make them grow and want to achieve and to have that commitment to me even after she graduated to come back and work for me. Man, it's just heartwarming.
What does it mean to you, you know, having that coach, that relationship you get to bring into, you know, your new position as a head coach, having that kind of backing? How cool is that to you?
Man, it's funny because when I first met with Coach Maddie, I said, you can call me Steve now. And she's like, absolutely not. It's always Coach Adams. So that was funny. But, you know, it is what it is. We're young. You know, I only have one senior on the team, and it's her second year playing. So, you know, it's a building process. And this is we're just forming the foundation for the program.
With that, you as well as the girls, what are kind of your expectations for this year? What you would like to see from your team this year?
My biggest goal is to have returning players, because if they return, they've had fun. All right, and I don't really want to focus on the record as much as the attitude and the reactions of the student athletes. If they're having fun, sure, it's nice to win, and it makes it easier to win. But if you can have fun when you're losing and still want to come back and compete, I think you've accomplished something.
It's more about really the process over the results, the same thing as it is in any type of sport. Like, you really want to grow without putting too much emphasis on the statistical stuff. Like, that's important in itself, but to see process, I know for a head coach as well, you see process in your girls, you'll take that any day of the week.
Correct, and that's our motto at the end of every practice. It's a process. It's progression, not perfection. If we progress every day, well, you know, by the time they're seniors, we'll have something going on in freedom.
And now, looking towards this season, you talked about expectations. What is something that you're most interested in or really just looking forward to kicking off the year?
You know, we open up the preseason on Tuesday against a Dr. Phillips school in West Orlando, and I just want the fight and the commitment at practice to transfer over to the field, and don't worry about what's on the scoreboard. How do we react? And then, you know, as the season progresses, how do we fight back? Can we lose with dignity? Can we win with humility?
And girls, for you, what are kind of some of the things you're doing to prepare for this season, you know, your sophomore year? What are those preparations you've been putting in to prepare for the upcoming season?
So we pretty much, with the girls that have just started playing this year, we've just kind of been guiding them to, like, how to play a position or if they need help anywhere. And we've just been practicing with them sometimes individually. I am the only pitcher on this high school team, so we are trying to also build a pitcher. So me and Coach Adams and Coach Maddie have been trying to teach her how to pitch, and as well as the girls how to play positions that some of them have never played before. So we're also preparing them for what to come for that position, and yeah.
With that, you're kind of taking on a leadership role almost, you know, having to, you know, transition these girls from not pitching, you know, being the only pitcher. How are you working through that, you know, being a sophomore so young, taking on that role?
Working through that, it has been a little bit of a struggle, but with pitching, I feel like it will come. It's a process. You know, the girl that I've been trying to teach, she has told me that she's worried, and she just wants me to be fine. And I told her that I will be fine, and we will help you get through the pitching process. But yeah, we're getting there.
You talked a lot about the pitching aspect, and right next to you, Ivana plays catcher as well. What kind of chemistry do you guys bring to each other this year?
So her and I have been friends for many years, and I feel like that chemistry really helps with the fact that she's pitcher and I'm catcher. I can help calm her down. She can help let me know that she got me, I got her. It's nice that since we've been playing together, we used to play on a travel team together. We've always had that chemistry. And when we're up, like when we are able to bring ourselves up, we can help bring the team up. And I feel like as long as we're on the same page, everybody else kind of follows, which is amazing.
Being that kind of dynamic duo on the field, how cool is that you guys get to experience this together, growing up together and, so young, like I said, taking on that leadership role, but not only for yourself, but together.
It's amazing because we don't have like all the stress on ourselves, which is great. It's nice that if I need a minute, she can take over, or if she needs a second, I can take over. And it's just great, and the girls trust us, which is really nice.
Yes.
It's great that we have each other to help with that.
Talking about trust, what is the team chemistry like outside of you guys? What is that team chemistry like, building up new team, kind of new faces, new season, new head coach? What is the team chemistry like?
I would say it's pretty good. A lot of us actually have classes together, which is nice. So we don't just see each other on the field. Before practice, some of us actually stay after school together. So it's great that we can outside of just practice, we get to communicate and we get to hang out a little. So when we go on the field, we have that chemistry and that communication is a little bit better.
What's the difference between last year and this year now with Coach Adams joining you guys?
He's always been an amazing coach. Last year he was the assistant coach too, he's always been there for us. And now as a head coach too, he still has our backs, and it's nice that he's great.
With that, what are some of your looking forward to games or just looking forward to things for this season for yourself and as a team?
We're pretty much looking forward to, each game we play, to hope that every game gets better. Every girl gets better every game and improves. And hopefully by the end of the season, everyone has at least improved immensely from the beginning to end.
Coach, how you talked about, building up from a small team, not having enough girls. How cool is it to you to have the leadership roles and just these young girls to be able to kind of lean on?
Man, I knew it last year. Allison was a team captain as a freshman. Allison was a team captain as a freshman. In my mind, it was easy with her passion and commitment and leadership to name her. And then, the relationship that her and Ivana have together, the pitcher catcher and the leader of the infield with Ivana behind the plate. As sophomores, that's not a position that's easy to be put in. But they've stepped up to the plate, and it makes my job easy, really. Because I communicate with Ivana or Allison, depending on what the situation is, and I know it's handled. And the trust that I've instilled in them, and they've yet to fail me, it's just going to grow from there.
Now, you said you've been here for a couple of seasons at Freedom, first-year head coach, and you have Ivana and Allison here. How does the team really gel and grow throughout the season for you, knowing that you have a backbone already in place?
It's on them, right? I can do the X's and O's, if you would, but the communication, I can coach communication, but the how they respond sets the tone for how the other 11 respond. And if we can go forward, we'll be fine.
What are some of the attributes that you kind of instill in the girls outside of the field?
That we're human, that they're student athletes. The grades absolutely have to come first. Time management. You know, I have a young team, only one returning senior, and I've got to instill that, you know, there's priorities in life and commitments in life. And your commitment is, your word is your bond. And if you say you're going to do something, you have to do it. I set that as an example. I do that on my part. I expect that out of them. And their grades are the priority because it's my job to let them go where they want to go. I'm just the conductor, right? They pick the location, and I'll get them there.
What's the type of motto that you tell your girls constantly every single day?
Progress, not perfection. Be better today than we were yesterday.
Absolutely. And so from that standpoint on, talking with your assistant coach, how does that really, in turn, from your perspective, taking a look back and seeing how everything has been unfolding for you?
Yeah, it's been great to watch them already this season. Like Coach Adams said, I played with Freedom all 4 years. He came in as the JV coach my junior year, and my senior year he joined us on varsity as an assistant, and has always had such a great bond with the girls and always been there for us on and off the field. He'll always be your number one supporter, and so being here with him, coaching with him now, it's great to watch like everything he does and help him with the girls as well and help them get better each and every day.
What does it mean to you? You know, you played at Freedom, you graduated from Freedom. What does it mean to you to be able to be here, watch these girls in your shoes just a couple years ago, and be able to coach alongside Coach Adams?
Oh, it's been amazing so far. It's only been a couple weeks already, but we always said since day one of this happening that it would be so much fun together. Yeah, it's just been a blast so far, and having practices each day with them, especially with these girls leading the team. Like he said, they make it easy.
Being so young, what's that relationship like with the girls? I'm sure you can relate to them a lot better, you know, than Coach Adams can. So what's that like?
It's fun. I have a lot of fun with them because I'm a junior at UCF right now. So they'll ask me questions about college too, and then I'll relate it back to high school. And Coach Adams also, you know, brings up, like he said before, like time management, important skill to have. And he'll kind of make me teach him a lesson about that. But I'm still learning myself. We're all learning still, and I'm still learning about the game. I'm still learning with the girls, and it's just a great relationship to have with them.
Now, before we let you go, we have to wonder, do you have any specific goals heading into the season for you two?
The main goal would probably be improvement. I just want to see, and I'm sure Coach Adams and Coach Maddie want to see just the girls that want to be there, want to get better, want to improve. I've already had a few girls come to me this season saying that they look forward to playing all 4 years, and that's what I like to hear, which means that they're having fun and having a good time.
Honestly, just the motivation to continue with these girls. It's going to be great if everybody continues with wanting to come to practice, wanting to go play games, just the enjoyment. I'd love to see that continue.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us here today, Coach Adams. Good luck this season at Freedom.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you having us.
Thank you guys for joining us here today.
Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Thank you to our partners and sponsors who made Varsity Sports Nation Baseball, Softball, High School Media Day possible. Powered by Rock Team Sports, the official custom apparel provider of Varsity Sports Nation. Rawlins College Baseball Team. News 6, getting results. Trophy Sports Photos. Calzadia Media. Seminole Baseball Academy, Orange Observer, IOA Insurance Services, Legends on Deck Podcast, Russ Matt Baseball, Prospect Wire, Vertical Rays, and R2 Cares.